know y'all want to be building that little collection. We had a girlie come back and tell us that she's been having her nails on for 2 years, y'all. They are reusable, okay?
Lying. She did not have nobody's nails on for 2 years.
Your name down below if you did place your order. I want to know, ladies, I want to know what style you got so we can show them off on camera, okay? So come in the comments and drop your name, you guys, if you want to be on our VIP list. So that means you can
Hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
I'm so excited. I want it to be there like the same day, you guys. So go ahead and
I was a little slow coming.
You'll be on the VIP list, the first of the first to get your nails, okay?
But I'm here. Hallelujah.
Who's new and just joining us, our live flash sale did just end, but not to worry, you guys. Listen, I understand it does go by fast. Maybe it's a little overwhelming. Maybe you're like, girl, I didn't know what was going on. She was just talking to me on camera. No worries. Go ahead and drop your name.
How's everyone doing tonight? Thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, so give me some number ones in the comments if you ladies want us to do another.
We don't. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, so my idea was to come live, which I've been doing. I missed, I think, the last 2 lives that I was supposed to get on. Wasn't able to, but here I am tonight. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go live. Today is Monday, so my ideal time to go live was Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays. So I've been keeping my word. I think I've been doing a pretty good job, okay? And normally I go live on both YouTube and TikTok, but tonight I just decided to come live on YouTube because I've been going live on TikTok like every day almost. So I was like, you know what, let me just give that a break and, let me just hop on over here on YouTube and just kind of have a conversation with you guys without having like that distracted, both here and TikTok at the same time. So it's great to be here tonight. If you have not followed my TikTok, let me go ahead and put that in the chat. Be sure to head on over to my TikTok and follow me. Yes, dear holy heaven. So let me put that in the chat. Can I pin it? Let's see if I can pin it. Pin it. Yes. Okay, there we go. Pinned at the top. So if you have not followed my TikTok yet, please go head on over and follow my TikTok, Mrs. Melody Bonfil. I actually was just posting a video. Like, I'm very active on TikTok. I'm always on TikTok, always posting stuff. And, my thought is to get back to YouTube. So I've been like, I got to get back to filming. I got to get back to recording and doing my edits and uploading on the channel more frequently. So that is my plan in life. And I do have content that I even need to upload. So I got to get it together.
Y'all heard about this?
So I just posted
Get on in here.
A video on TikTok. So go on over and watch it. Super crazy story. Like, the things that are happening in this world in 2024 is like still shocking me. Like, as I'm scrolling down Google and I'm like looking at the news, because I like to read, like, that's like, I've always been a big reader. So, and I like the news. Like, I don't watch too much of the news because I feel like if you're oversaturated with news, like, it just kills your whole mood. So I try to stay away from like, the bads of what the news sometimes brings. And I kind of just like focus on, whatever's happening in the moment. But I do like to catch up on the world from time to time and kind of see what's happening. So for that reason, I will read the news. I would prefer to read the news rather than to watch it because I just like reading. So as I'm scrolling on Google today and I came across this story, I'm like, I'm just like so shocked that certain things are still occurring in 2024. Like, I don't understand how like all this racism and segregation and, these various things that's happening with people of color is still happening in 2024. Like, it blows my mind. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way or if there's other people in this universe who can relate. But as for me, I can't even figure out why this is still happening. And, you know, it's just our time to rise. It's our time to shine on this atmosphere, on this planet. And no matter what anybody says, how they feel about it, whether they like it or not, our time has come. So it's like either get with the program or, you know, but on the flip side of that, I feel like as Black people, it is our responsibility to start standing up for ourselves, because a lot of times we don't. We're just so complacent, and we just allow people in different cultures and ethnic groups to say and do whatever they want, and we have no voice in the matter. Or we're being told to just, oh, let it go, you know, turn the other cheek, you know. And they did a very, very good job at using the Bible to keep us Black people in our place, because let's face the facts, you know, during slavery, the Bible was used to keep the slaves intact, keep them, you know, in line. And that has not changed. Even 2024, I feel like, you know, we are mentally enslaved. So there's nothing way worse. I mean, you put chains on somebody, they can take them off, but it's much more difficult when someone is mentally in bondage, mentally in chains, because that's not something that they can physically see, right? So when your mind is in bondage, it's much, much, much more difficult for you to realize, like, wait a minute, I'm actually still a slave mentally, and I don't even realize it. You know, when it comes to like just certain ways that you talk, certain ways that you think, certain ways that you look at things, you know, especially when it comes to money, sometimes our relationship with money is still even in bondage. Like, we are mentally enslaved to think that we are supposed to live in lack, right? Because the Bible teaches us, oh, you know, don't seek prosperity, don't seek finances. You know, don't go to prayer about these things, because you know that's a sin. But at the same time, you sit in church each and every Sunday, and they want your tithes and your offerings. So, Pastor, sir, I just want to know exactly how am I supposed to give these tithes and these offerings so freely, as you say, you know, the Bible commands us to do, if I'm not able to make money, if I shouldn't, you know, seek after money, if money should not be my motivation to maybe get up in life. And it's nothing wrong with having money. It's nothing wrong with working for money. It's nothing wrong with any of that. What becomes the problem is when you allow money to turn you into something that is just a horror scene. You know what I'm saying? So when you succumb to money in that way, then yes, of course, it's horrible. But at the same time, money should be used as a tool to get you to the different places that you need to get to in life. Money should be used to help you create a better life for yourself, help you create a better life for your family, and help you to be able to give like the Bible tells you to give. So if we are supposed to be this given, you know, nurturing person on this earth, then why should we not be seeking to make money? Why should we not be seeking to have money? Why should we not be working to the things that we aspire to work towards financially if we are supposed to be givers, right? So it's just a lot of things like that that comes with reading the Bible sometimes that I don't necessarily agree with. Am I saying that the Bible is all wrong? No, I'm not here to just, you know, debunk the Bible. But I do feel like there's some truth to it, and there's also things that are not true. And that's just the fact. It's a book at the end of the day, you know? And I don't know, just like what I was reading today on TikTok, and I had to create a TikTok about this just now, because I'm just like appalled, like at the fact that this is still happening is crazy to me. Like, it's so crazy to me, and I just cannot even seem to wrap my mind around it. I'm just like, why is this happening? I don't understand why we as Black people just can't be left alone. Like, we don't bother nobody. We mind our very own business. I feel like we are very hardworking people. We are very dedicated. We're committed naturally. We're family oriented. We're loving. You know, we're caring. We're thoughtful. Naturally, we are all of these things. But it's just that life sometimes tends to take us out of that character, right? Because of the different things that we have to deal with in life, it tends to put us in a space of just anger. It tends to put us in a space of of being selfish and self-centered and not really thinking about our brother before we think about ourselves, because we're so busy trying to survive. We're so busy trying to thrive. We're so busy trying to keep afloat. We're so busy trying not to drown that sometimes it's almost difficult to not care about someone else, especially when you go the extra mile to help somebody else only for them to get ahead, sometimes of you. And then maybe you might be the one that needs a helping hand and they just kick you in your face and keep on getting up. Like, that will turn the most precious, sweetest, kindest person sour. Like, life can be brutal sometimes. And I feel like, we come into this world not even having a fair chance. We come into this world not even having an opportunity to live up to our greatest potential because of the different warfares we have to deal with in life. Like, how can we live up to our greatest potential when we're busy trying to feed our family? How can we live up to our greatest potential when we're busy trying not to get evicted? How can we live up to our greatest potential when we have spent so many years in college only to get out of college with an enormous amount of debt that we now have to figure out how we're going to pay back before we have even made one single cent to even contribute to our life? So it's like, I have moments of deep thought where I really ask myself these questions, and I really really get to myself. Like, I'm a person who's like a really deep thinker. And so, especially when I'm by myself, like, I'm just always in my thoughts, like, why this? And I'm always asking these questions because every day that I wake up, I don't know if this is just me either, but every day that I wake up, it's like I'm waking up to an earth I've never seen. Like, I promise. It's like every day I have to ask, like, why this? And why did they say that? And why did that happen the way it happened? Like, since I was a child, I always question everything, even when adults have told me, like, you're just a child, like, don't question this, don't question that. Number one thing is don't question God, it is what it is, type of thing. And there's just certain things that we shouldn't question, but I never had that belief. Like, I believe that everything should be questioned where there is no understanding. If you don't have an understanding about something, you question it. Why wouldn't you? Why would you just go with the flow or go with what someone's telling you without stopping to ask yourself that question, stopping to really think about, okay, they said to go up the block and make a left and then make a right and then go straight, but exactly why am I doing that? You get what I'm saying? So if you don't see no destination, then why are you just taking aimless directions? Like, it don't make no sense, right? So in order for you to have directions to get to a location, you have to first understand where you're going, or it don't make no sense to take directions. So that's kind of like the person that I've always been, the person that I am, and I'm actually glad that that has never changed about me. That I just am who I am. Hi, Tooties. Yes, because I'm on live. Okay, Tootie, is everything okay, Tooties? Huh? Huh? No, don't come. You don't have to. What'd you say? I got a shirt on. You got a shirt on. Okay. So do you want to say hi? Yeah. Say hi, YouTube. Hi. Say, how's everyone doing tonight? Tonight. With your crazy hair. No. Your hair is crazy. Yeah. Tell them it's the end of the night. It is, what time is it? It's 8:35 p.m. here in Ghana. Of course, I'm tuning in live from Ghana. No ego. Hi. Mommy. No ego. Don't start with me. Don't get up in here starting with me. Don't be trying to hold me accountable. Don't do that. What? No. Thank you. Oh, it's 8:35 p.m. It's time for Emmy to go night. It's time for Emmy to go night because I'm doing something right now. No, that's not. They say hi, Tooties. Hi. Okay, so getting back into our discussion, so I'm kind of glad that that has never changed about me. That I've always continued to be this person who questions things, because I feel like Why are you existing if you're just being led like a puppet? Like, if people are just constantly telling you things and you just going with the flow, but you never stop to question, like, okay, they're telling me this, but why? What's the reason? What's the purpose? So you can't just be, aimlessly roaming about the earth and just listening to what people have to say without stopping to question it for yourself. So, yeah, that's a little bit about how I feel about life. And again, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that way, but I feel like the more we start having a mindset like that to like question things. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. We're just chit chatting tonight. I like to get on here. So, okay. About last night, I was supposed to tune in last night. I didn't. I was supposed to come on Friday. I didn't. I don't even know why. Why not come on Friday? I think it was just late. The issue that I've been having lately is that number one, my kids are out of school. Okay. So, not to make excuses, but hear me out. My kids are out of school, and because they are out of school, not because they're out of school, that is an issue and I can't go live, obviously. So, I'm not saying that because they're out of school, I can't go live. But the issue is that they're out of school. They always have my laptop or they're always begging for my phone. So by the time it's time for me to go live at the end of the night when they should be going to bed, but are they? No, because they want to stay up and party because they're still out of school on vacation. So they come and they take my laptop, they take my phone and kill my batteries. So when it's time, like in this hour for me to go live, I'm sitting around waiting for my laptop and waiting for my phone to charge. And by the time my laptop and my phone charges at a decent battery level, I'm exhausted. Like my day starts really early. I wake up like 5, 6. And so by the end of the night, by like this time around, I'm not tired yet, but like around 10 or so is when I start getting tired. So by the time the phone is charged, my laptop is charged, then it's like 10 o'clock at night. Uh, yes, please sit down, Emmy, because I'm on live, please. Thank you. So by the time I get things situated with this battery life, I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go to bed. The last thing I want to do is get on live and talk. Okay, and especially not on TikTok, because the last thing I want to do is get on live on TikTok and people just stare at me. I can't stand it. I don't even understand why people just go on TikTok and you're live and they just stare. Like they don't comment, they don't come in the room and say, hi, how are you? Even if you just say, hi, how are you? And just keep it moving. Send me a little heart, keep it moving. I'm okay with that. But the fact that they get in the live, literally stare at you for the whole time that you're there, never comment, never like nothing you're saying. They don't even interact at all. They just stare. It's very weird. It's very weird. So TikTok is a platform that I'm still getting used to. I'm still getting adjusted to it. Still trying to figure out like how the TikTok audience works. But listen, y'all, it's not easy being a content creator. It's not easy getting up here and being true to your word. And at the same time, you got life happening. At the same time, you got to worry about recording and filming content. At the same time, you got to worry about editing videos. At the same time, you got to worry about keeping people engaged and entertained and all that good stuff. Like it is difficult. It is difficult. So if I'm supposed to be here, yes, hold me accountable. Please do. Not right now, please. Thank you. No, Emmy, come on. I'm on live. No, no, Baby Shark to do sleeping. Yes, Baby Shark to do went to sleep. No, 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 no. You don't need to sing. Go. I'm live. Baby Shark to do went to sleep. Go with TT. So yeah, I'm trying to get it together. So if y'all don't see me going live, yes, very much so hold me accountable because I need it. Okay, because sometimes I just don't be having the energy. Like, ooh, child. But if y'all have not followed my TikTok, go ahead on over. It's Mrs. Melody Bonfo. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers. So I'm a little over 1,000, slowly but steadily making my way there. So I'm very happy about that. But what is everyone's plans? Today is Monday. So a lot of people, I'm sure, had to work today or maybe even working late today. And then you was out, for the weekend partying or relaxing, hopefully, so that you was very well rested for this Monday. And do y'all know, I was live yesterday on TikTok and yeah, I sat in that live for over almost like 2 hours. like, this is an amazing Saturday. It's such a beautiful Saturday. And then when I got off live, I happened to be talking to my husband, and he was like something about tomorrow's Monday. And I was like, Monday? I was like, no, it ain't. Tomorrow is Sunday. Today's Saturday. He's like, today is not Saturday. Today is Sunday. Yeah, the whole Saturday just left me. I don't know where it went. I'll go, oh, okay, no, Ego, you're still at work. What do you do? What do you do? Let me guess. What time is it in the States? Okay, it's probably somewhere around 3. Somewhere around 3. So maybe you work in construction. If you don't work in construction, maybe you work from home. Maybe you work in a call center. Yeah, maybe you work in a call center. Or, okay, if you're not doing construction and you're not working in a call center, maybe you're a school teacher. Yeah, maybe you're a school teacher. So, yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my life together over here as best as I can. I'm trying to get back to filming. I want to travel for the channel. I want to be all over the world filming and recording. Like, that is my goal. That's what I want to do. So I think that a lot of times, like, because I be in my own head, right, with my own goals, with my own things that I want to accomplish for the channel. And I think a lot of times that I get discouraged. Like, I discourage myself. Like, anybody else had that time where you're just like self-talking, but your self-talk is not really working because you're really discouraging yourself and talking yourself out of actually doing anything. That's me sometimes. So especially in this season of my life, because I think when I started Just Vlog, I was traveling a lot. I was new to Ghana, so I was showing different things of that nature. But I'm at a point where I feel like I've outgrown, and I'm not even saying that the way I'm thinking is the right way to think, but just the way I feel is that I have outgrown where I am in terms of filming, right? So I feel like it's nothing left for me to film where I am in this particular area. I feel like I need to be traveling to different parts of Ghana, different parts of Africa, like just all over the place. I just need to be traveling. And sometimes I get ahead of myself a little bit too quickly, because if I'm feeling that way, it's for a reason. It's not like I should just dismiss that feeling, right? Or that thought. But sometimes when you have a thought, it doesn't necessarily mean it's supposed to happen in that moment. Sometimes you're having a thought or you're seeing a vision for your future and it's to come, but it hasn't arrived, maybe not necessarily yet. So I think that's kind of what I'm dealing with. And so a lot of times I'm discouraging myself from filming because I'm like, I don't want to be filming like the basics. Like, I don't just want to be, just doing family stuff all the time and just like, doing that type of content. Like, I want to be traveling. I want to be, just visiting different places in Africa and talking about different issues that nobody has ever heard or nobody knows because the camera doesn't go there. Like, that's what I want to be doing. So it's difficult for me. So I feel like, you know what, if I can't do that right now, if I'm not in a space to be able to travel the way that I want to, I'm just not going to film. And every time I get on this live, I always say, okay, guys, but I'm really talking to myself, but I'm saying, you know what, I'm going to just put anything. I'm going to just film whatever and just put it out there. But I just feel like at that point, like, am I just dry creating content just for the sake of creating content? I don't want to do that either. I don't just want to be creating any old thing and putting it on a channel, and then the channel becomes watered down by all of this just BS content. Like, I don't want to do that. If I'm going to create content, I want it to be the standard that I have set, or I feel I've set for this channel. No Ego says reserve parking, holding parking spots for a commercial. Oh, okay, No Ego. Okay, that's kind of interesting that you get to move around. You don't have to be sitting in one spot, because I don't know if you like me, but I'm a person that I hate sitting still for too long. Like, I have to be moving, doing different things, and I don't like repetition. So things just have to be different for me every day, or not every day, but at least every few days. Like, I need a change in something, change in my routine. Like, I'm not the routine person. I cannot get up every single day and every single day my life looks exactly the same. I'm a Sagittarius. That is very boring for me, and that's probably why I'm struggling so much in this moment with filming, because the channel allows me that freedom to be my Sagittarius self, where I could just be all over the place, just showing different things. I'm here, I'm there. It's the scenery's constantly changing, the storyline's constantly changing. We're constantly seeing new things and having different experiences. So that's the Sagittarius in me, and that's just it. Kevin says, I just sent you some PDF books by the great Black American historian Joseph E. Holloway. They are indeed recommended and must reads that you'll definitely love. Let me see. You sent it to my email? Let me see. Let me check my email right now, because Kevin, I forgot. I seen it. Let me see. Because I even said, you know what? I'm going to put this to the side because I'm going to read it. Oh, okay, I just see it. And you sent me something else before. I remember. I got it. And you sent me something else before. I'm going to take the time to read that also. I have like 2 books that I'm reading right now, so I'll be kind of occupied with my reading, but I can read like 4 books, no lie, at one time. I'm that type of person. By the way, have you watched those old school Ghana dance competitions yet? That's what I was looking for. Yes, the dance competitions. Let me see. I need to create like a priority mail, because that's another thing. Like, okay, I see it. That's another thing, because my mail is like, I get mail like from all over the place. And so my mailbox looks crazy. Like, it's not organized. So when I come in, like, for example, Kevin, you sent me something and I'll say in my mind, okay, I'm going to go back and watch that. And that's my intention. But then like 15 other things come across my mail and it gets lost in the sauce. So I need to create like a folder. So like, for example, if you send me something or I get something important from someone that I'm expecting it from, I can have like a folder that I can put like all of my important stuff in. So I have to do that. Okay, I'm watching. This is what you sent me, Kevin. It's a blue screen. What's happening? Okay, it was actually coming. Okay. And I didn't even know things like this existed. Okay. Oh, it froze. It's my Wi-Fi. Am I lagging? Is this live lagging, or can y'all see me okay? Because sometimes I know when I'm on TikTok, this happens, especially like my lives be lagging and I don't even, and again, people just stare. They don't even say, hey, lagging, we can't hear or see you. They just sit right up there like they ain't got no good sense and just stare. They just stare and don't say nothing. Yeah, it's lagging. It's lagging. The Wi-Fi has been acting really crazy lately. And we have 2 Wi-Fis, but I think the Wi-Fi that I normally use for social media, the data ran out, so I have to add some data. But also, y'all, so my husband has a new single that is going to be dropping soon. Hallelujah. So I want y'all to go all out and support his single when it drops. He doesn't have a release date yet, but it'll be dropping soon. But Calvin, thank you. I appreciate that stuff that you sent to my email. When I get off YouTube and I'm laying down, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to read also what you have sent me to my email. And I need to figure out how to create a okay. And I need to figure out how to create like a separate mailbox so that when I get important stuff that I could just put it right inside of there. And that could be that. So if you also, thank you for joining, everyone. Let me just say that. Thank you for tuning on in. Thank you for coming on in the room. If you have not followed my TikTok, please head on over and follow me, Mrs. Melody Bonfo. trying to get to 10,000 followers. So don't just follow me, but love it. All of the things that you come across on my TikTok, and share it also. Share it with somebody else so other people can, follow me, because I'm trying to get it together over there. So it's approximately 3, 4, wherever we are in the US. And where are we tuning in from? Can we drop in the chat where are we tuning in from tonight? What's happening? Where are we tuning in from? And it's almost my bedtime. Yeah, it's 8:52 p.m. here in Ghana. And let me see, because I have my world clock, and I always am constantly looking at my world clock. Where is it? Oh, Kevin, you're all the way in London, England. Well, okay. It's so interesting that you're in London, because I got 2 books, I think. Yeah, I got this book, and it's based out of London. And I think, was it this book? No. And then this book. This book also, a really good book, based out of London. So that's very interesting that you say London. I need to come to London so I can eat some pasta and stuff. I need to be in London so I can eat some pasta. The Bronx. Okay, no, you go. Oh, you're in the Bronx. Is it cold out there yet? Has cold season arrived? I need to be in the Bronx this winter, just so that I can experience. What is this? Okay. Yeah, I need to come home so that I can experience the snow. First of all, I'm born in December, so I'm a winter baby. So I absolutely love, love, love the cold. And I'm also a person who loves the different changes of season. So I love winter, but then you kind of get tired of winter, and then spring comes, and I'm like, oh yes, spring, I'm ready for summer. Then summer comes, and I'm like, oh yes, I'm ready for fall. Like, I'm just like that, and that person that's just like, I just love change. Like I just mentioned earlier in talking, I love change. I like to just see and experience different things. So I'm the same way with the weather. Like if it's hot for too long, it aggravates me. If it's cold for too long, it aggravates me. If it's too, in the middle, it aggravates me. Like, I don't know. I'm just like a person that just I need change. Like that's how I live, is by change. And I think the moment things just get too mellow, I'm just like, ugh, we need to do something different, because I can't stand it. I can't stand routine. I can't stand repetition. I just can't. I don't know for the life of me how people get up Monday through Friday, each and every day, to go to work from 9 to 5, get off, do whatever they do after they get off work, only to go to sleep, wake back up the morning to do it all over again. And you do that every single day until you retire or until you move on to your next job. Like that, I can't do it. It used to drive me crazy. I'm like, how does people do this? Like, people are actually interested in working 9 to 5 for the rest of their life. And my aunt was one of those people. She didn't retire until she was, I think, 65. I think she retired at 65, because she was like, listen, I think they even at that point had increased the limit from 65 to 67. And she was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be working until I'm 67. She retired early at 65. But I feel like your whole life done passed you by then. You don't spent the majority of your life working a 9 to 5. Like it's like this, like you're in a book and you don't even have a chance to take your eyes up to see nothing in life because you're too busy like this all the time. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to see life. I need to see what's going on. I need to see what's happening. I'm very nosy, inquisitive, whatever you want to call it. I like to see what's going on. Like I can't do it. I can't. 9 to 5 ain't for everybody. And I'm just one of them people. A 9 to 5, it's not for me. It's not. So, and I'm not knocking nobody else that is for, but I kind of like am always interested when I see people work, have been working at their place of residence for, 20 plus years. I'm like, always like, how? The longest job I ever had was a year. And that was, too. And the only reason why I kept that job so long is because I loved it. Number one, and not only did I love it, but a lot of my friends worked there because I was in high school. So it was at Walmart. And a lot of my friends worked there. So it was kind of like social hour for me, right? Because you get out of school and you go from school to work. So you basically taking school to work with you. It was great, without the teachers telling you to get to class. So I loved my job. And that's the only reason why I survived there a year. And after a year, I was like, okay, it's time to do something new. Because I had got to fighting, y'all. I was fighting. I got into a fight at work, and we was all in the bread. And yes, Tooties. No, your daddy gave. Go in there. Your phone is there. Yes, go. You're going to bed because you're even tired, and you're distracting me. Look, people is waiting for me to talk to them, and you sitting here distracting us. Let me see. What does it say? Oh, okay. They're saying Tooties, you should go to bed. That it's what time is it? It's 8:57 p.m. Tooties. Everybody on YouTube says that it's time for bed. No, everybody's on the game. I'm reading what they're saying. Tooties, it's time to go to bed. It's 8:30. No, you said somebody play the game. No. Nobody's telling Tooties to play the game. They're saying it's time to go to bed. I should have put you to bed before I even came alive. That's what I should have did. No, you said, so you go to bed. Oh, no, Cole, been having a lot of rain. Not me. Oh, I love the rain. That's my favorite weather. No, I'm going to my grandma's sleeping. I love the rain. The rain is my absolute favorite weather. Favorite weather. So yeah, back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. After my fight at Walmart, I just was like, you know what? I think I need another field of work. So I ended up going into healthcare, where I stayed for I worked in healthcare from then all the way up until 2021. And then I said goodbye to healthcare. And now I'm just living my life vicariously. But there's nothing wrong with that. I love it because it allows me to be the Sagittarius that I am, to be free, and every day my life is new and exciting. It's an adventure. Emeralds, you're gonna force me off live, aren't you? Because you're not gonna leave me alone. You're tired. Instead of you going to sleep, you're just gonna bother me, right? Right? Okay, guys, let me go put Tooties to sleep. Yeah, I am. You're going to bed. I'm gonna put Tooties to sleep. Today is Monday. Because I missed live twice last week, I'm gonna go live again on Wednesday. So I'll do a Wednesday live, and then we go live again Friday, and then Sunday, and of course Monday. So we will be live back again Wednesday. I have to make up last week for y'all. Tooties is gonna be sleeping. Okay, I will live on Wednesday. She's going to be asleep. So everybody have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all on the next live.